This is the pitch for my Crossley vinyl player advert. Content outline, so it's an advert for a Crossley vinyl player. It would start off with many different kind of video/images of the vinyl player in different locations around a household. So you'd see it in the kitchen, in the living room, in a bedroom, maybe outside in the garden, showing its versatility to different places and different environments. Then you would kind of see it being opened, having close-ups of like the pin inside the vinyl player, having close-ups of the name Crossley, and yeah, so kind of having that close-up. It would then be kind of zoomed out, and you would see a kind of couple dancing, and the music playing at that time would be kind of old-fashioned. So you kind of have a modern day couple dancing to an older piece of music, and it would kind of at the bottom say merge the old with the new by Crossley. Yeah, the idea, I had 4 different ideas and it kind of all spiraled, so I'd mind mapped them and then I sent out a survey to alliterate to try and get my peers to see what they felt was best, what they thought I could kind of conduct well and produce well. I kind of analysed those results and then kind of wrote a justification as to why I picked my idea. I had many different ideas. There was one for the Temptation gift shop. I had one for the ASOS online fashion shop, and things like that, kind of very different, very broad. Justification as to why I picked my idea. The audience actually kind of decided for me, in the sense that actually they thought this was best, they thought it was needed for the market, they thought it was something very, very different to what they've been what they've seen before. Personally, I really enjoy the product, I have knowledge of it, I've been around it for quite a long time, and I actually think that you know, I would be able to sell it well. It's actually quite unique, the advert, due to the fact that actually there's been a big boom in the industry since 2006, and since that point there has not been one advert advertising vinyl players within any kind of forum. So I think there is a huge gap in the market for this, and it is needed. The advert clearly displays the main aspects of the product. You know, it's versatile, it's a timeless product, you know, it's been made into that kind of modern twist to be able to allow people to take it in different places rather than having it just sat at home and being able to enjoy it into one room, whereas now you can kind of take it everywhere and it's kind of available to a lot more people. Competitors, again, it was kind of a struggle due to the fact that it is kind of a newer industry. Even though it's an older product, you're bringing out new things. So there are a few companies that are producing vinyl players. Crossley is one of the leading ones. But I think when I'm trying to compare it to adverts, the only people I can kind of look at are people like Apple, Bose and Sony. They produce things that, you know, people can listen to. This is the way that people can consume their music. Obviously you've got websites like YouTube and stuff, but this is kind of, you know, an actual product that you can hold in your hands. So for Apple, you have the iPod. In their advert, you kind of see it very bouncy around, kind of, you know, the iPod mimicking dance moves and stuff like that. I think mine more relates to the adverts that Bose leads out. So Bose recently did an advert for one of their sound systems that would be at home. It kind of showed that actually you can play different songs on it, because it was playing kind of, I can't remember the songs, but there was one really old one and one brand new one, but it was also showing its versatility to that actually it's accessible to so many people, that the father was in a completely different room seeing what was going on with the kind of daughter and the boy. There will be a video here, by the way, to show it, but he was able to use it in a different room. So yeah, and I think that kind of homely setting is what I'm trying to show with Crossley, that actually whilst it is versatile and can be kind of like the iPod, I think ultimately it is a homely and family product. Target audience, from my primary research which I conducted, which was a focus group, I also did a survey that asked about target audience, but the main thing was the focus group. I learnt that actually my target audience is 18 and upwards. I was going to go lower, but the focus group had actually said that I think more mature people would be more open to this product, and it is kind of quite a sensitive piece of technology and is needed to be handled quite easily and quite well. Socio-economical groups, A, B and C1, are who I will be aiming at, due to the fact that the actual product is quite expensive to uphold. You know, vinyl doesn't come cheap unless you're going to go charity shopping. And the actual product itself, the one that I'm advertising, the Cruiser, kind of ranges from 69 to about 80. Whilst that's not too expensive on a one-off payment, some of their other products do go higher, you know, go into kind of hundreds and 200s. So I think those classes will be more open to that product and more able to afford it. What I haven't put on this, and what I need to, is that actually E-group, which is students and young people as well as unemployed, but morely focusing on the students, will be open to this due to the hipster kind of thing. I'm trying to think of words.
Culture.
What?
Culture.
Culture. That's it. Hipster culture. They are more open to that because the hipster culture actually focuses on young people. The channel in which the advert will be broadcasted on is like E4 and MTV. E4 and MTV focus on our target audience, but MTV primarily focuses on music, and obviously kind of the vinyl player is playing music, so it's going to have to go into that. Ethnicity, they said kind of white origin, which I kind of get. Traditionally you would kind of see it in a household of, you know, I think that's kind of what we've morely been exposed to, kind of English and American people kind of having this product, but obviously it could be broadened. This product, they said, was mainly aimed at women. The Cruiser that I'm advertising actually kind of comes in pastel colours, so it can be seen as being more of a womanly thing, though men do like this sort of thing as well and enjoy it. But what was also said during the focus group is that women are seen as the homemakers and decorate the home with embellishments and stuff like that, and this is the sort of product that they may be consuming if they like this sort of thing to embellish their home. During my secondary research, I actually learnt that the record kind of industry had boomed in 2006, and I think this was becoming of the culture of hipsters that became in 2000.